ちは。今日は皆さんに秋のお花、彼岸花を紹介します。
Flowers are an extremely meaningful piece of our culture, whether it comes to courtship or creation of film masterpieces.
Yeah, can I have a dozen red roses, please?
Oh, hi, Johnny. I didn't know it was you.
Well, of course, would say Ryoko Ikeda or Naoko Yamada and other creators of shoujo content. After all, flowers not only have their own language, which may be used to express our emotions in 100 different ways, but also they create beautiful aesthetic. Coming in a plethora of shapes and colors, various blossoms have been symbols of status, objects of fairy tales, and everyday rituals. As girlish and innocent as they are perceived, some flowers actually have a dark lore. For example, in Japan there's a story that dead bodies are buried under cherry blossoms.
桜の木の下には人間の死体が埋まってるって言いますよね。
However, the title of death flower goes to higanbana or red spider lily, a plant of no leaves and a few arched petals. Because of its poisonous nature, it was planted near fields, temples or graveyards, so animals wouldn't devour crops or disturb buried corpses. Some believe that the flower marks places of martyrdom of Japanese Christians from medieval times. Others that the plant grows in hell and helps souls of the dead to find the path to their reincarnation. Perhaps spider lily grows when you see somebody who you will never meet again. Maybe it owes its vibrant color to blood which it sucked from the deceased. Spider lily's Gothic-like associations are emphasized by its aesthetic. Bloody red color draws our attention and stimulates our senses at the same time, saying danger, violence, passion, death. Combining its visual and metaphorical layers, we get a flower that fits greatly in such visual media as manga and anime. Spider lily can be used in a literal manner, like in anime Dororo. In the 9th episode, the heroine falls ill. While her companion Yakimaru searches for help, she notices a single red spider lily. We must admit that it looks quite sinister near a sick person, almost like an omen of death, or at least a reminder of it. But additionally, spider lily triggers painful memories from Dororo's past. The retrospections are shown in black and white with red elements such as fire, blood, wounds, or higanbana.
戦で死んだ奴らの血を吸ったのかもしれねえな。
The protagonist recalls how she lost her parents to war and hunger. During the final scene, she goes with her famished mother through a meadow filled with red spider lilies. Their amount is overwhelming as much as the amount of violence and the dead during the armed conflicts. Because of the saturated color, we cannot turn our eyes away. We stare and stare at the flowers till the only thing we are able to notice is the omnipresent death. On the other hand, Tokyo Ghoul uses the flower to create a clearly metaphorical space. The main protagonist, Kaneki-ken, is a human that has been partially turned by a doctor into a flesh-eating ghoul. After that, he is always on the verge of life and death, of humanity and savageness. During the last episode of the first season, Kaneki is kidnapped and tortured by another ghoul. Because of the unimaginable physical and mental abuse, he slowly starts to change. While the protagonist reflects on his past life choices, he gradually abandons his humanity, completely accepting his new ghoul nature. Finally, we are placed at the metaphorical space portraying Kaneki's mental state. A meadow of white carnations symbolizing innocence is splattered with blood. Created by that, striped carnation meaning refusal shows that the character decided to reject his human self, as well as him being the weakest link of the food chain. Soon striped carnation becomes spider lily. Refusal leads to the world of violence, decay and death. the space turns into the meadow of red flowers that looks more like a pool of blood. It's mesmerizing and terrifying at the same time. Sometimes the amount of red spider lilies is overwhelming, but now and then just a flower or two are sinisterly waiting in the corner of a screen. It serves as a quiet reminder of unavoidable danger, so that we wouldn't feel too comfortable about the unknown future.